I wanted to jump on here, talk about a serious subject for a moment. Now, I'm not the pinnacle of health. I mean, obviously, I do have a lot to lose. I'm not, Mr. Thin, Mr. Chiseled. But there's something that's been bothering me for a long time, and I think it's something that we really need to think about. About 18 months ago, I was 300 pounds. I was in a size 44 pants and a triple XL shirt. I am now comfortably in a large shirt and a size 36, almost 34 pants. 18 months later. I say all this to say this. I love the culture and the worlds of the anime, gaming, all of that. I always have and I always will. I love the space. I love the atmosphere. I love most of the people in the fandom. I do go to conventions whenever they roll around in Oklahoma. Now they're little bitty compared to like Texas and obviously like California and all the other coast. But I do go. I have a lot that I like to talk about. I have a lot to. I just love it. I love it. I do reviews on anime, on other shows, on some games. I do some LPs. I love watching, Critical and Asman and stuff like that when they're doing their gaming news and stuff like that. I like to read up on the news of the gaming world. I wouldn't consider myself as a gamer because I play very minimum amount of games, but I do keep up with the lore. All of this to say, I am entrenched in the fandom. And what I want to talk about is a serious subject because I mentioned my obesity issue that I have overcome and still working on. But I think that there's a big issue with being unhealthy in this fandom. I see it all the time. I see it on not only on like Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that, but I see it at conventions. I see it just in the fans that what O'Malley? Whatever. Everybody's been at the convention, seen a 600-pound Sailor Moon or a 400-pound Eren Yeager walking around. It's not good. It's not good for us. It's really not. I think it's a big problem that we really need to think about and look at, because a big issue with the fatness going around is it is killing us. Literally, it's not okay. It's not good to be fat. Fat is not healthy. Fat is not beautiful. Fat is not okay. It is literally killing us. And I even thought this when I was super fat, and I think it now. It is killing us, and it's giving us diabetes. It's giving us all these other issues. People talk about incels. Well, we're all fat. We're all nasty. We're all gross. So let's fix that. What does it take? Well, for me, it took 30 minutes a day. That's it. From 300 pounds to now about 220. And like I said, I have a long way to go. I am not the gym bro. I'm not fucking chiseled. I'm not where I want to be or probably need to be, but I'm not 300 pounds anymore. I'm not in a triple XL shirt. I'm in a large shirt. I'm in a 36 waist, almost a 34. This shirt, the one I wear almost every video, is a double XL. I keep it because, well, A, it's comfortable. B, I have it. And C, it reminds me where I was. Because how loose it is now, this thing is like giant. My stomach used to stick out underneath it. It's not okay. I know that so many people in this industry, or not industry, in this fandom and others will tell you being fat's fine. Don't be fat phobic. Bullcrap. I'm not scared of fat people. I am terrified of being fat. I'm terrified of dying early, missing out on so much. I'm terrified of my family seeing this, or the potential of my family dealing with my death of being fat and all the health issues that went along with it. For me, growing up, I've always been heavy, and I was always told that growing up. And you tell somebody that they're fat long enough, then of course they're going to have a negative self look at themselves. I have had a negative self image of myself. Now I have a zero self image of myself. It's not negative. I mean, it's not, above zero, but it's not negative. So it's in the right direction. Maybe if I, once I lose more, maybe it'll jump up to a 1. I don't know. But what I find fascinating, and again, this was when I was heavy, and now nothing's changed. I am the same in my head. What I find fascinating is the anime that we watch, the games that we play. You have all these superheroes, or these, the Eren Yeagers, the Dekus, the whatever you're watching, whatever you're playing. What do they all have in common? They're all good guys. They're all superheroes. They're all training. You got your Gokus and your Vegetas and all this stuff. They're all training. They're all strong. They're all big men. And I don't know about you, but when I'm watching, I'm like, yeah, I'm pumped. I want to be like that. I want to freaking be big and strong and healthy. But what ends up happening? We get 600-pound Sailor Moon and 600-pound Gogeta at Comic-Con, or a Master Chief that's a little too heavy. It's not good. Not only does it not look good, you talk about incels, but it's not good for our health. Our health is dwindling. Our family, our fans, our fandom. You look at the fandom as a whole, we're all family. We may not agree on everything, but hopefully we can agree on this. We need to look out for each other. We need to encourage each other to put down the Mountain Dew and the Monster and the chips and the cakes, and for 30 minutes a day, go for a walk. Start there. Go for a walk for 30 minutes. Go. You don't have to get a gym membership and all this crap, spend thousands of dollars on all this stuff, unless it's like something that you really want to do and it's in your means. You don't need that. You can go and get a couple of dumbbells, 20-pounders to start out with, 15-pounders, whatever you can find on Facebook Market or whatever. Just start there. 30 minutes a day. I promise you, it is going to make you so much better. It's going to help you so much. And it's going to bring you more energy. It's going to bring you more happiness. in a way, I struggle with that, so it's hard for me to say that. But it's going to bring you more life. It's going to make you want to do more things. It's going to encourage you to be like the Vegetas and the Gokus, and you put whatever character you like here. It's going to help you be that instead of Yanjirobe. What I did to start out was I stopped. I cut out sugar. I know it's hard. It was very fucking hard, but I just switched to zero sugar stuff. After a month, I prefer it. I've had a regular Mountain Dew recently, and like I said, this has only been 18 months since I've been starting to do this. I had a regular Mountain Dew the other day, and it was just I couldn't drink it. It was gross. I've gotten used to the zero stuff. That in itself, forget all the working out. That in itself was probably at least 30% of my weight loss. Switching from full sugar to the zero sugar stuff. It's not going to work for everybody. That's full stop. And like I said, I am not a personal trainer. Obviously, I am not a fitness professional. I'm just saying what's happened in my time doing this and the results that I've had, and I'm hoping that it'll help people in what I consider my family of the gaming anime fandom, because I absolutely love this community, and I want everybody to be here forever without all these health complications and to be more healthy, like our favorite characters that we're always watching or playing. I know it's kind of a touchy subject sometimes, but we look at the streamers that we watch, because we all watch streamers in some fine form of fashion. What do they all have in common? Most of them are in shape in some way. They're not obese for the most part. You look at Critical, he advocates for working out. You look at Asman, he advocates for working out. It's us as the viewers, as the fans, as stuff like that we're not doing that. And why? A lot of people will say, well, money. I can't afford to go to the gym or X, Y, or Z. I can't either. That's why my wife and I, when we started this, we decided we went on, we didn't decide anything. We were like, well, what do? We just started walking. But we went on Facebook Market and we found a home gym that somebody was selling for like $500, and at the time we had the means, so we got that. But we also found, like, afterwards, and kind of building on top of that, we found like a cable machine that somebody was selling for $50, and it works. And I was like, fuck, okay, let's go get that. You don't need like all this fancy shit. That's not going to lose your weight for you. What's going to lose your weight is your determination to do it. You don't need all of the vitamins and the powders and all this shit when you're starting out. What you need is strictly just dedication to do it. It's not going to happen overnight. There's no magic pill. There's no magic workout that's going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen. It took me about 3 months of being dedicated 5 days a week, of doing 30 minutes a day of working out, starting out, like I said, just doing basically calisthenics, just sit-ups, walking, and then turning the walking into like a walking jogging thing. And then we had a couple of dumbbells that I used. After 3 months, and then switching to zero sugar. After 3 months, I started to see some improvement. My clothes were starting to be a little bit looser and stuff like that. Now, if you're morbidly obese like I was, you're going to drop a lot of weight quick, because for whatever reason. Like I said, I'm not a physical scientist or anything like that. I don't know the whole meta between it. You're gonna, but what I've seen, because my story versus my wife's story, my wife is and always will be naturally toned. She's always been like that ever since we met in high school. She's always been like a naturally toned person. So she has just been getting more toned, if that makes sense. But I've always joked and said that I gain her weight because she has a very high metabolism, so she eats a lot more than I do, but I gain the weight. But I lost a pile of weight, a lot of weight really quickly by switching to zero sugar. And that's because I was so big. But then I had like a plateau, so I just had to change up my workout. And I primarily do like 2 workouts, like 2 different workout regimens, and then one's like an 8-week and one's a 12-week, and I just swap back and forth. But all that aside, what I'm saying is, it's not going to be quick. It's not going to be overnight. It's not. It's going to take dedication, and it's going to take a little bit of effort. Just a little bit of effort goes a long way when it comes to this. 30 minutes a day. That's it. And I just hope that our community will start grasping this, because we watch and play as these characters, these heroes, some people like villains. Personally, anti-villain or anti-heroes. There are mine. I love like Aaron Yeager's, the Lelouch. That's my kind of thing. But anyway, they're all fit. They're all working out all the time. And even before I started doing this, watching them, always like, yeah, man, I want to do that. I want to be like that. So I just kind of wanted to go over that because we're all seeing this. If I see it, we've all seen it. Like I said, Oklahoma, we get little bitty conventions, and the ones I go to, we're all fat, and I think that it's bad. It's 2025 now. We can say fat is bad, and it's something that we desperately need to address. And I just wanted to make this video, this episode of this podcast, to kind of really dig into that and kind of share my story a little bit on it, and my thoughts on that. So let me know what you think. I want to do a couple of videos on kind of my fitness thing, because like I said, I'm not a gym bro. I'm not a super fitness guy. I'm not a X, Y, or Z. I'm not a fitness influencer or anything like that. But I feel like I can relate to a lot of you, because I've been there and I'm still struggling with it, and I'm still going through it. And if I can help just one person in this community, that is awesome. So let me know what you think. Share, comment, whatever, and we'll see you next time.